Hi everyone, my name is Rob Kingans and I'm the President and CEO of Qubed. And our focus is what we call career discovery for the next generation of talent. But if you ask, well, who is this next generation of talent? It's largely the infamous millennials. And we take a unique point of view of how we address this problem by starting with passions. And first, if you look at millennials in general, there's 2.8 billion millennials globally. 75% of them are going to be making up the job workforce by 2025. One thing's unique if you look at a lot of research, whether it's Deloitte and a lot of firms have done research on millennials, is pursuing a career that they're passionate about is a very high priority. So much so if you're in the recruiting business, a lot of employers struggle to recruit millennials, but also retain them. And millennials is a unique generation that they actually don't care if they're jumping around from job to job and their resume traditionally would look bad. And a lot of that, if you look at what's the root cause of that, it's that looking for that job that fulfills a need, is tied to passions, is tied to purpose. And so that's what we focus on. And if you look at, well, what solutions are out there from an academic perspective that actually help millennials identify what their passions are, and actually also potentially help avoid them spending hundreds of thousands of dollars in pursuing a degree that maybe is not a good fit, a lot of it happens on campus these days. So if you look at a lot of top schools, they do programs that are in the summer, sometimes evenings, that you can go to, but there's a lot of problems where it limits access to the majority of millennials. So if you look at a lot of these type of programs that might be in a passion point area, they're regionally focused around where the school's at. There's fixed dates that you can go to it. They're expensive. So generally at the baseline, these are $4,000 plus programs. Some programs, where we're at in New York City, can be $10,000 or more. So what happens to these programs is generally affluent students that are in the millennial generation can attend these kind of discovery type programs, but the majority of millennials don't have this kind of opportunity to kind of explore what they want to pursue in their career. They're also limited in scale because they're regional, and they also have limited access to the industry. So if you're interested in getting into a certain industry, you want to connect with people that are professionals in that industry. They're limited. So what we look at is, well, what if you took this experience online and made it more accessible? All of a sudden, if you take these programs typically on campus online, now it's global. Now it can be online, it can be accessed anytime, anywhere. It's now affordable because we can lower the price point to deliver that kind of program. It can have global scale. So a student that's interested in pursuing something from a great school could be across the world and take that program, but also gives you the ability to bring in experts and people from industry that you really can't do on a regional level as well. So what Qubed does is we develop online career discovery programs. And what we do is we actually partner with top tier schools in areas that students are passionate about, like Columbia, like Parsons. So an example of that is, what's a passion point? One of the passion points of a lot of millennials is fashion. They love fashion. If they could work in fashion, they would love to. So what we'll do is we'll actually identify a school partner like Parsons, which is arguably one of the top schools in the world when it comes to fashion, and develop an online program that exposes how the fashion industry works. But what we also do is we'll then also identify employers and industry partners that are not only teaching with the faculty and exposing this world to them, but a lot of times they're also helping to promote the program. So in existence for this program, Teen Vogue is a brand that is actually contributing, and we have editors in our program with faculty from Parsons, but they're also promoting it to their audience of millions of users around the world. And also getting famous fashion designers in a program like this, like Rebecca Minkoff, that's actually saying, I once was you, I had this passion, here's how I took it into a career like that. Another example, passion point, sports. Tons of sports fans out there that unfortunately most of us are not going to become athletes, but we'd really love to work in sports. And so what we've done is we've developed a program with Columbia University, which is great, it's an Ivy League school, but it also has the #2 ranked sports management program in the world. And so in this case, we developed a program that basically takes a layer off of how does the sports industry work from a business side, what are the different career paths in it, and then we bring in contributors that represent a lot of the brands and employers that students recognize. So in this case, NFL, overseas, you have Bayern Munich out of Germany, and Twitch, which is a company that was acquired by Amazon for $1 billion, and we're kind of exposing these areas. So to give you a sense of how we approach our programs, I'm going to show you a 2-minute intro video to sports. So you can kind of see how we take the approach, because if you think of a lot of ed tech online programs, they generally start with skills. So you need to learn computer science, you need to learn data. The vantage point we take is we start with a passion. So we start with a passion like sports, and then we expose to the student what skills and what job career paths are available to them in that market. So I'll let you watch this video real quick.
Welcome to the Sports Industry Essentials Certificate Program from Columbia University. What a great time to be involved in the sports industry. It's undergoing dynamic change, and that dynamic change means dramatic growth opportunities, including career opportunities for young people in sports. Right now, there's three factors that are having a profound effect on the sports industry today and will into the future. The first is the impact of globalization. We're starting to see the world come closer and closer together, and that is changing the way sports functions and the business opportunity for sports. And a lot of that is enabled by the second factor, which is digital technology and the disruption that that's creating and the transformation that it's impacting the sports world with. And then the third area is the information and data explosion. We're seeing more and more information getting integrated into important decisions in the business of sports. So when you look at those three factors, globalization, digital technology, and data and analytics, this is why it's a great time today to be involved in the sports industry. And what this certificate program is designed to do is help you understand how it all fits together, and also in doing so, give you deep insights into the kinds of career options that might be available for you. It's about having a passion for sports. It's also
Just take a time, I'm going to go around. But you kind of guess what we do is we kind of take that passion and then expose a lot of career paths that usually a lot of these students don't even know exist, of what's behind the scenes in an area like sports or fashion or other industries. So essentially what we do is we allow the student to go through different courses. Each course covers a different career path and different skills by learning, actually taking activities, and then they can earn a certificate from a great school like a Columbia or Parsons. Because I'm short on time, real quick, our audience ranges from high schoolers to college students to mid-career professionals that are in different stages of their career path. We're also beneficial that we have a lot of great backers and people that recognize our program. So in fashion, Anna Winter supports our program. In sports, we have ESPN host Marcellus Wiley, and we also have a great group of investors that back us as well. We're actually in closing a fundraising, a Series A this month, so if you're interested in potentially joining that, certainly willing to talk. If you also are part of a school or potential partner, visit us at qubededucation.com or feel free to email me as well. Thank you.